Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the second unit in history, which is from trade to territory. In the last class, we have already seen about introduction part, establishment of political power by the English East India Company. Under this, we have Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. Then we have discussed about Carnatic Wars. Under this, we have seen First Carnatic War. Synopsis of the lesson. In this session, we are going to see the following topics. The first one is Second Carnatic War. Under this, we have Battle of Ambur, Battle of Arcot, and Treaty of Pondicherry. Then Third Carnatic War. Under this we have Battle of Vandivash, Treaty of Paris. Next we have Mysore and its resistance to British expansion. Under this we have the First Anglo-Mysore War. Under the First Anglo-Mysore War we have Treaty of Madras. First we are going to learn about Second Carnatic War. So the Second Carnatic War was fought between the time period of 1749 to 1754. So what is the reason for Second Carnatic War? The main reason is succession dispute between Carnatic and Hyderabad. So the main reason is succession dispute, which means who will become the next ruler of Carnatic region and Hyderabad region. So this is the main reason for the Second Carnatic War. Let's see who are all fought in this war. So in the Carnatic side, Anwaruddin was supported by British, Chanda Sahib was supported by French, and in the Hyderabad side, Nazir Jung was supported by British and Muzaffar Jung was supported by French. So students, make a note of this, then only you can understand the Second Carnatic War. So it was fought between the Carnatic and Hyderabad because of the succession dispute. In the Carnatic side, the two rulers named Anwaruddin and Chanda Sahib, they had a conflict in who will become the next ruler of Carnatic. So Anwaruddin was supported by British and Chanda Sahib was supported by French in the Carnatic region. So Carnatic is present day Tamil Nadu region. Then in the Hyderabad side, Nazir Jung and Muzaffar Jung, there was a conflict between Nazir Jung and Muzaffar Jung, who will become the next Nizam of Hyderabad. So students, in Carnatic, you have to say Nawab. In Hyderabad, you have to say Nizam. So who will become the next Nizam? Here Nizam means who will become the next ruler. Nazir Jung was supported by British and Muzaffar Jung was supported by French. So I hope you are clear with this. Now let's see the battle. So first one is Battle of Ambur. Battle of Ambur was fought on 3rd August 1749. So Battle of Ambur was fought on 3rd August 1749. So in this battle, Dupleix is the French Governor General, and then Chanda Sahib and Muzaffar Jung. So these three formed a grand alliance and they defeated and killed Anwaruddin. So Dupleix, Chanda Sahib, Muzaffar Jung formed alliance and killed Anwaruddin on 3rd August 1749. So students, Duplex, Chanda Sahib, Muzaffar Jung, they formed a team and killed Anwaruddin on 3rd August 1749. So later what happened? Anwaruddin's son Nawab Muhammad Ali, he fled to Tiruchirappalli fort. So he went and hidden himself in Tiruchirappalli fort. So students, after they killed Anwaruddin, Anwaruddin's son Muhammad Ali, he fled to Tiruchirappalli fort. Then Chanda Sahib automatically became the ruler of Carnatic. So we have seen in Carnatic side there are two rulers like Anwaruddin and Chanda Sahib. Anwaruddin was supported by British and Chanda Sahib was supported by French. So now the French side, that is Duplex, Chanda Sahib and Muzaffar Jung, they three formed a team and they killed Anwaruddin. So automatically Chanda Sahib will become the ruler of Carnatic. So the French won the battle. Then Chanda Sahib gave 80 villages as reward to French. Here reward means to give a gift. As a gift, Chanda Sahib gave 80 villages to French because they supported him. Then French killed Nazir Jung. In the Hyderabad side, we have seen two rulers. One is Nazir Jung and another one is Muzaffar Jung. So Nazir Jung was supported by British. So what happened? French killed Nazir Jung. So automatically Muzaffar Jung became the Nizam of Hyderabad. Then Muzaffar Jung gave ample of rewards to French. So he gave the gifts to French. Then Duplex was appointed as the governor. So Duplex was appointed as the governor in the Carnatic and Hyderabad region. Then Muzaffar Jung was assassinated by his own people. Here assassinated means killed. So Muzaffar Jung was killed by his own people. After his assassination, Salabat Jung is the brother of Nazir Jung, was raised to throne by Bazzi. He is the French general. After the assassination of Muzaffar Jung, Salabat Jung became the Nizam of Hyderabad by Bazzi with the support of Bazzi. Bazzi is the French general. So as a reward, he gave North Sarkars and Guntur district to French. So Salabat Jung gave North Sarkars and Guntur district to French as a reward. Here reward means as a gift. During the Second Carnatic War period time, Duplex power was at the peak. So Duplex power was at the peak. Now let's see about Battle of Arcot, which was fought in the year 1751. So Battle of Arcot was fought in the year 1751. So in the meantime, Duplex sent forces to capture the fort of Tiruchirappalli, where Muhammad Ali had taken shelter. So we have seen in the Battle of Ambur, after the death of Anwaruddin, his son Muhammad Ali, he fled to Tiruchirappalli fort, right? So, in the meantime, Dupleix sent forces to capture the fort of Tiruchirappalli, where Muhammad Ali had taken shelter. During that time, Robert Clive he used the situation. So, during this time, Robert Clive captured Arcot and was success because the French forces under Dupleix was sent to Tiruchirappalli fort to capture Muhammad Ali. So, during that time, Robert Clive he belongs to British. So, he sent forces to Arcot and he captured Arcot. Then Robert Clive defeated French at Arni and Kaveri Park. So again Robert Clive he went to Arni and Kaveri Park and he defeated French. Then with assistance of Lawrence, Chanda Sahib was killed. Here with assistance of Lawrence means with the help of Lawrence. Lawrence is the army general. He belongs to British. So they killed Chanda Sahib. Chanda Sahib was the Nawab of Carnatic. So they killed him. Then Muhammad Ali was made as the Nawab of Arcot under British protection. So students, in the Second Carnatic War, we have seen two battles. One is Battle of Ambur and another one is Battle of Arcot. In Battle of Ambur, the French won the battle, whereas in Battle of Arcot, French won the battle and they made Muhammad Ali as the Nawab of Arcot. So they made Muhammad Ali as the Nawab of Arcot. So French government recalled Dupleix to Paris. So after the defeat of French, the French government recalled Dupleix to Paris. So this battle ended with the Treaty of Pondicherry in the year 1755. So Treaty of Pondicherry was signed in the year 1755. As we have seen, Dupleix was recalled to Paris. So the French government recalled Dupleix. Gardieu became the Governor General after Dupleix. After Dupleix, Gardieu he signed the Treaty of Pondicherry. So what are the conditions present in the treaty is both powers should not interfere in internal affairs of the native state. Here both powers refers to the British as well as the French powers should not interfere in internal affairs of the native state. Then new forts should not be built by either. So they should not build new forts either the British or the French. Then French was still powerful in Hyderabad. Next we are going to learn about Third Carnatic War. So the Third Carnatic War was fought between the time period of 1756 to 1763. Now let's see what is the reason for Third Carnatic War. The outbreak of the 7 Years' War in Europe led to the Third Carnatic War in India. By this time, Robert Clive established the British power in Bengal by the Battle of Plassey, which provided them with the necessary finance for the Third Carnatic War. So, the Battle of Plassey, it financed the Third Carnatic War for the British. So, the British gained more wealth after the victory of Battle of Plassey and they got Diwani rights. Diwani rights means the right to collect the tax from Bengal, Bihar and Orissa region. So, it financed the Third Carnatic War So they got finance from the victory of Battle of Plassey, which helped them to enhance the military troops for the Third Carnatic War. So it was again the war between the British and the French. Count de Lally, he is the French Governor General. He captured Saint David Fort at Cuddalore. So Count de Lally captured Saint David Fort at Cuddalore. Then Count de Lally ordered Bussy to come down to Carnatic to push British away. So Count de Lally ordered Bussy to come down to Carnatic to push British away. Here Carnatic means present day Tamil Nadu region. On Bussy's departure, Robert Clive sent Colonel Fort from Bengal to occupy North Sarkars of Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. So, by taking advantage of Bussy's departure, Robert Clive sent Colonel Fort from Bengal to occupy the northern Sarkars, which is parts of Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. So this led to Battle of Vandi Wash in the year 1760. So the Battle of Vandi Wash was fought in the year 1760. The decisive battle of the Third Carnatic War was fought on January 22nd, 1760. It was between the English army under British General Eyre Court and the French army under Count de Lally. Within a year, the French had lost all their possessions in India. Count de Lally returned to France, where he was imprisoned and executed. Here, executed means killed. So, the Third Carnatic War ended with the Treaty of Paris, which was signed in the year 1783. So, according to the Treaty of Paris, 7 years war ended in Europe. French settlement, including Pondicherry, was given back to French, not to fortify. Then French came to an end. Next, let's see about Anglo-Mysore Wars, which was fought between the time period of 1767 to 1799. Here, Anglo means between the British and the Mysore kingdom. So, the war was fought under 4 phases. First Anglo-Mysore War was fought between the time period of 1767 to 1769. Then, Second Anglo-Mysore War was fought between the time period of 1780 to 1784. Next, Third Anglo-Mysore War was fought between the time period of 1790 to 1792. Then, Fourth Anglo-Mysore War was fought in the year 1799. Let's see one by one. Before seeing the wars, first you have to clear with the Kingdom of Mysore. Now let's see the Kingdom of Mysore. The Udayar dynasty, one of the most prominent dynasties of the south, ruled the Kingdom of Mysore. Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan made their mark in this region. Hyder Ali was born at Budikot around the year 1720. He started off his career as a soldier. He was a petty officer in the army and was assistant to the Nizam, who was the Mughal deputy in South India. When the Nizam was assassinated, here assassinated means killed. So, when the Nizam was killed, A lot of confusion followed, and in the midst of all the chaos, Hyder Ali's services attracted the attention of Nangaraja, the minister of the Raja of Mysore. Hyder Ali received an independent command, and over the next 12 years, the minister and the king depended on him and were under his control. So, students, Hyder Ali was a petty officer and he is a soldier in the kingdom of Mysore, and the dedicated work of Hyder Ali attracted the Raja of Mysore and the ministers, and soon they came under his control. Hyder Ali rose in ranks until he replaced the king. He extended his empire right up to the lands in the north beyond the Tungabhadra river. He spent much of his time in building up a strong army to deal with the Marathas in the northwest and the British on the east and west coast. The Marathas waged 4 damaging wars against Hyder Ali, but after the death of their leader Peshwa Madhav Rao I in 1772, Hyder Ali pressed his advantage and extended his territory up to the Krishna river. So students, after the continuous attack from the Marathas, Hyder Ali was able to extend his territory up to the Krishna river. Then Hyder Ali sought the friendship of the British so that they could together defeat the Marathas. The British, however, had other ideas and wanted to undermine his power and use him. This led to the First Anglo-Mysore War in 1767. Hyder Ali's campaign against the British proved successful, and he got the British to sign a mutual defense treaty with him. The British went back on their word. When they were attacked by the Marathas, the British did not help them. So now, students, let's see in detail about First Anglo-Mysore War. Now let's see what are the reasons for the First Anglo-Mysore War. The first reason is that Hyder Ali's friendly relationship with French. The second reason is Marathas, Nizam and English against Hyder Ali. So, Marathas, Nizam and English, they formed the Triple Alliance against Hyder Ali. Now, let's see the Nizam with the help of British troops under General Joseph Smith invaded Mysore in 1767. So, the Nizam with the help of British troops under General Joseph Smith invaded, which means captured Mysore in 1767. Then Hyder Ali defeated English and captured Mangalore. So, Hyder Ali, he defeated English and captured Mangalore. In March 1769, he attacked Madras. So, in March 1769, Hyder Ali attacked Madras. Then Hyder Ali forced the English to sign a treaty on 4th April 1769. So, Hyder Ali forced the English to sign a treaty. Here, treaty means an agreement on 4th April 1769. So, the treaty is called the Treaty of Madras. So, this treaty refers to Treaty of Madras, which was signed between Hyder Ali and the British forces in the year 1769. At the end of the war, the Treaty of Madras was signed between Hyder Ali and the British East India Company. So, according to the Treaty of Madras, both the parties returned the conquered territories and promised to help each other in case of any foreign attack on them. So students, the first Anglo-Mysore War ended with the Treaty of Madras. So according to the Treaty of Madras, both the parties, they returned the conquered territories to each other, and also they promised to help each other in case of any foreign attack on them. I have enclosed the classwork instructions in the PDF. Kindly refer it. So now we have reached the end of this session. Thank you.